Hi everyone, I am going to show you today how I blend my Copic markers. I've had a few people ask me some questions, and so I thought I would try and share with you today how I would colour in the face. The image that I'm using is from Mo Manning, and I've printed it onto the Gloria K Pure Luxury cardstock. The colours that I'm going to be using for the face are E00, E02 and R02 for her blush. My technique seems to be a little bit different, but it could be because the Copic markers that I've started out with are the original, but I will be buying the sketch markers in the future for the brush. So my technique seems to be a little bit different, so I'm going to start off and just say that what I normally do is I have both of the colours that I'm going to be blending with open, and I work in small sections, and my light source for this image I'm going to have coming in from this direction here. So the shading is going to be predominantly on this side over here. So I'll just make a start, and what I normally do is, so I'm starting with E00, and this is the light colour, and I just want to get some ink onto the page of where I think that the shading is going to be. So then I'm going to come in with my E02 and just add a little bit, because I don't want this to be too dark. So what I do is, rather than doing a line, I just dab it on, and then I come straight in and feather it out with my lighter colour. And I always push it into the direction that I want it to go, rather than going in circles, which I've seen some others do, but I find that this works for me, and I'll continue to switch between the two colours, blending as I go. I also find that I know that some people use a number of different colours to get their shading effect and to get all the different mid-tones and darker tones. And I usually try and just use two. I find that I get a better result that way, and I can create all of my mid-tones by blending the two colours together. So what I'm going to start doing now is just start bringing it out. I'm using the lighter colour at the moment. I'm just going to start bringing it out closer to the centre of her face. You'll also notice that I'm not actually going around in circles. I usually prefer to draw with lines and small, very light brush strokes, I guess you could call it. So at this point, I actually want to bring in my blush so that it can blend nicely together with everything else. I'm just going to do some little dots and then come in with my lighter colour and just blend that in. And the great thing with Copics is that type of ink that they use allows you to so easily blend the colours, and you can just keep adding just a little bit more if it's not quite blended the way that you want it to. And as you'll see, I'm still, because I want it in this direction, so I sort of move it into that direction. Okay. So here I want it a little bit darker because I want to accentuate the nose. So I just bring that out like that. And then I'm going to do the same over here. I'll lay some colour down, bring my blush in. Oops. And then spread that out. It does take a little bit more work get it nice and smooth. I definitely think it's worth it. So now I'm going to start colouring the rest of her face. You'll notice that now I don't want to bring too much of this colour out into the centre, so I'm coming back this way and I'm blending it and pushing it back to this way. I'm just going to lay some ink down now all the way across. And I just like to do nice long strokes. And I always go over what I've already coloured in as well, because that makes sure that that stays darker than what I'm laying down. And for example, sometimes if it's not quite blending the way that you want, you can always add a little bit of the darker colour. You just dab it on. So for example, I need to do an ear here. So I just do some little tiny dots. And then I come in and I don't want to move it too far. So I just do some little dots again as well, just to blend it into the rest of the colour. Just enough. A little, accentuate the nose just a little bit more. And that's it. So I'll just add the same blush colour to her lips so it's nice and natural. And that's how I would do her face. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks. Bye.